Well, the liver is a big part of the body. It is an organ that can regenerate, clean the blood, and it do 300 things. Tiny cells called lobules.
Now we have our junior scientist Vishmitha Prabhashwara with another intriguing topic.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Vishmitha Prabhashwara from grade 2B. I'm very excited to be over here. And today I'm going to be talking about an important organ called liver. What is the liver? It is an organ that can regenerate, clean the blood, and it do 300 things in the same time. Well, except of these 3,000 things, I said 300 things, the important most thing the liver has to do is cleaning the blood from the blood vessels. Well, the liver is made of tiny cells called lobules. The lobules are called tiny cells. They are like tiny bits of the skin. You can barely see them with your bare eye. That's because they are so tiny that you can't see them. Well, the liver is a big part of the body. Well, the liver is a big organ because it needs to be one. The liver can regenerate cells because of these tiny lobules regenerating and regenerating. Well, you know that gut sticking out of the lobules. You know that just carrying the bile to the gallbladder, and then when the gallbladder knows when it's the time where there is fat or something, well, it releases it. Well, the right side of the liver is for the right kidney. The left side of the liver is the left side of the liver is just sitting below the stomach. Well, that's why the liver has to be over there. That is something else. Well, the liver also have a spot that is black. I mean, that spot is not covered with anything. That spot is not covered with anything. No. No. I'm telling you, that spot is not covered with anything. That's because it's connected to the diaphragm. The diaphragm is also good, but instead it is connected to the top of the lungs. And that's why the liver has to be connected to that. That organ is just an organ because it needs to be an organ and has to connect to the liver. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? I said. Well, the liver needs to connect to that muscle. What? Well, that's true. That's true. Yes. Well, that's true that the liver has to connect to that muscle. But what is the liver doing? Importantly, 3,000. I said 300 things. What does that mean? What does that even do? Is that squirrely? What does that do? You're thinking about, right? Well, that doesn't do anything. That does nothing. The liver has to do three 100 things because it needs to do 300 things. Thank you everyone for listening so patiently. I hope you learn more about the liver and know how the liver works.
Thank you, little Albert Einstein, for giving us these valuable facts about science.